Welcome back to another episode of We Roguelike It. I'm your host, Boston. Joining me as always is Moonpeer.
Bonjour, mon ami.
And Monkey Sr.
Hello.
We're here to talk about our first week of The Legend of Bumbo. Not quite sure why it's Bum-Bo in this, and Bumbo's name doesn't have the dash in it, but maybe that's an ending. I'm not entirely sure.
Maybe Bum-Bo is the original Bumbo, and Bumbo without the dash is the last character you unlock, who is the one who transitions into binding.
There you go. Maybe. Yeah. Either way, he wants coin.
Yes, he does.
We're here to help try and get him some coins. I played a pretty good amount of this this week. Not a super amount. Mostly because, boy, the beginning of that game is really easy, and then the second character is really hard.
Uh-huh.
like ridiculously. I feel like we're back in Dicey Dungeons, where it's like, yeah, man, I got control of the warrior. Like, this feels good, and then it smacks you right to the floor.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Bumbo the Brave, he's the default Bumbo.
Yeah.
You are correct. He's relatively easy, but also he's relatively easy because you only have one floor to do with him.
Right. And he has 3 hearts, I think.
Yes, he has 3 hearts, and his spells are pretty solid. Bumbo the Nimble, he's the second Bumbo.
The thief.
The thief, yes.
The thief.
Yeah.
Oh boy. He's a thinking man's Bumbo, we'll say.
Yeah, like I think his default spell is kind of cool, where it does more damage the more times you use it.
Yep.
Okay.
And I think a lot of the stuff he can get is great. It's just those 2 hearts. And hearts are hard to come by.
So with Bumbo the Nimble, I actually focused on, as soon as I could, I was getting the P droplet matches.
Welcome back to Isaac, folks.
I was getting those to try and give myself an additional move as frequently as possible, but also because that's the mana cost for his needle spell, which allows you to destroy 1 square and get the mana for it, which that allows you to manipulate so much more of the actual playfield.
Well, and it didn't take me very long to figure out, I did my 2 moves, but I can still cast that spell and potentially make additional matches on top of that. I was like, oh, okay, all right, yeah, I'm picking up what it's putting down.
Yeah. So did you crash and burn at Bumbo the Nimble?
A large number of times, yes.
Nimb? Not Nimb. Fuck.
Monkey.
Monkey. It's one of those days, folks.
Yeah.
I beat it with the Nimble, I think. Yeah.
Me too.
Oh, wow.
So we both hit the second floor, the second boss.
Yeah.
What did you think of the upgrades when you face the boss? Like, we'll talk about
after. Yeah.
Yes, like you get you can get the injections, which you can pick which injection you get or whatever. I ended up with the Boston. What's it called? Randomly increases stats from Isaac.
Oh God, the yellow one. Experimental treatment.
Yes, I ended up with that, which gave me 1 in speed.
Interesting.
Which gave me an extra 10. So
hello.
I was rocking
Those
with
are the
3
best.
10s every single round, so that was very helpful.
Is that where also the spinning wheel is?
Yeah.
Yes.
After
So-
you beat a boss, yeah.
So quick discussion on that one. I'm an idiot.
Okay.
So when you hit that spinning wheel, it's got the left arrow and the right arrow, and you can like change and pick if you want to spin the wheel, if you want to like buy an upgrade, stuff like that.
Yeah, there's like a couple of vendors.
Yeah, I just kept clicking right so I could see all of my options. And if you keep clicking right, you go through the exit into the next floor.
Whoops.
Yeah, so I ended up not getting any additional upgrades on that, but just squeaked through and managed to beat that second floor boss with him.
To be fair, the game should say, hey, do you really want to go on? Because it's really easy to just be like, next. Oh, okay, loading screen.
Especially if you still have coins. Like,
Yeah, exactly. If you have like 2 coins left, the game should be like, yeah, that's fine, you can leave.
So I did that, and I have unlocked Bumbo the Stout.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have not done any runs with Bumbo the Stout as of yet, but he looks interesting considering he looks like a fat baby Bumbo. He's
Great.
Hilarious. Monkey, have you done any runs with Stout?
Yeah, I've done one. And
how is he? So
I actually don't remember. So like it's so weird. I don't remember any of the first 3 characters because I played a lot of the 4th character.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Bumbo the Weird, because I really like that character.
Oh, okay.
That character's special ability, or passive ability or whatever, is you gain a movement when you get a kill.
Interesting.
Oh, wow.
So,
okay.
Yeah,
When
like,
bosses throw those little flies at you, you do a quick bash on one of the flies and you get the additional movement.
right. Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, I really like it because there were multiple like random battles where I took out all the enemies in the first turn, and I was just like, this is really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that character's really cool. Apparently when you beat it with them, you actually unlock like the full run. So like I guess because you know how it goes, the first floor and the second floor. I think after you beat it with the weird, you finally have the full game.
Like for each character, they have their own full run.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Actually, I think the Stout... Do I have a note here? I think the Stout was you get extra mana when you make matches.
But he doesn't
you
get to
lose
keep it or something like that?
Yeah, you lose it every turn. Right, yeah. That was
interesting.
That was a very interesting one where you just throw all your spells and like hope something happens.
Yeah.
I'm interested in going back to see him. This might sound derogative what I'm about to say, but this feels like early Isaac might have felt. Like
right, where it's like a little thin and kind of buggy and like, to be fair, the game didn't launch with volume sliders. Like there was no options menu. Like the game launched in it's not like it's incomplete or it's not like an early access game or anything, but it's just kind of
little
it's
things.
coming together.
Like, I mean, was it Isaac that was originally a Flash game? It
was Isaac, yeah.
Because I think that and Spelunky share the same heritage of originally a Flash game that then got evolved into something a bit more in-depth.
Yeah, Spelunky was a early game maker, or like whatever game maker was called before it was that. Like those were both early, like we're making these tools work. Whoops, these games are popular. Oh no.
Let's make a full version. This feels like that. This feels like the first steps towards like Macmillan's next masterpiece kind of thing.
The foundational stuff.
I can see where this will go, and that's terrifying. But it's so far I'm enjoying it. After playing through the first guy, I was just like, "What's everybody talking about? How hard this game is? This game isn't hard. This game is
right.
Easy.
That was
match
easy.
4." And then you get to Nimble, and Nimble's just like, "Oh, okay,
strategy." Right.
Now
right.
I see what you're all talking about."
Yeah, I'm pretty pleasantly surprised with it so far because I think it's easy to say this game is just a match 4, but I think there's a healthy amount of strategy there. Even even as soon as you unlock Bumbo the Nimble, because the first Bumbo you can just kind of fly straight through. It's basically your second tutorial. But I'm pretty, even when I'm losing, it feels very much like a learning experience where it's like, okay, I should have been better at matching. I should have been planning my moves a little bit better. I should have been trying to save up the mana that I need as opposed to just making matches and doing damage.
Yeah.
So far it feels pretty good.
Yeah. And
I like the style a lot.
That was literally about to be the sentence coming out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Honestly, I like the style. I genuinely do.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they wouldn't have done it computer generated. I wish he would have just used the real life cutouts that he's got, and just done, like Amped 3, I think it was the old snowboarding game. It was early 360 generation. When they had all of those hand-drawn cutouts, and then they had a hand actually move it across the screen. Stuff like I would have loved to have seen that, like where he's moving through the floors, and you can see the hands just moving the cutout.
Like every once in a while, a hand comes out from the bottom of the frame.
Yeah, like
you can see the wires hanging.
I think I would have liked that a little bit more, but
yeah,
I mean, it's got a pretty solid style. It's looking pretty good. I hate Bumbo's voice with a passion.
Yeah, I've ever since he started voicing Bumbo, I don't like it. I'm not sure I can put my finger on why, but the whole thing is not clicking with me.
Bumbo always felt to me like a softly spoken character, because he's just a dude. You bump into him, you give him some coins, and he gives you some items. It's not like Bumbo. Yeah. It's like, hey, it's Bumbo. I give you, you give me coins. I give you stuff.
I'm surprised at how. It's probably because of Isaac. I'm surprised at how many words Bumbo knows. I thought it would be funnier if the only 3 words he knows is Bumbo want coin, and like no matter what. Yeah, exactly. Where it's just like Bumbo want coin, and like he's just sort of like gibberish over his backstory. I don't know. I do have to say, Monkey, you were entirely right. This game continues the Ed McMillan history of the game being fine volume and the ending cutscene being about 5 times that volume.
Mm-hmm. And not even just the ending, the intro as well. Like,
yes.
Like now it has the volume sliders in, which I have used liberally to put Giant Bomb on one side and Bumbo on the
100%.
other. It's still, even the game itself is still deafening in comparison to a fully volumed up Giant Bomb page, and then the intro music is the same, where it's like the intro starts playing, and
I'm
then
hitting
it hits
space
the
bar
main
as fast
menu.
as I can.
Yeah, and then it hits the main menu, and it's like, oh, this is the volume you wanted. Okay, we'll lower it down to what you actually asked for.
I'll
now
bring it down here. Yeah.
I just thought it was super funny. When I first heard it, I was like, "Oh God!" Because I was wearing headphones too. I was like, "Oh God, I gotta take it."
And I forgot because I was like watching something at the same time, and I had sort of forgotten because I got into it. And, like the boss fight was going really well, and everything was fine. And it's like 11 o'clock at night, and then I click the button, and then just. He's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I remember that with Isaac. Like, I used to literally, before I touched the chest, take off my headphones.
Yep.
And it's just like...
You just hear from off. Like, just like, okay. Yeah. So far, so good on Legend of Bumbo. We do have 3 more weeks to see how far this rabbit hole goes. See how far the cardboard dungeon goes, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's all we have this week. We'll see you next run.
Bye.
Bumbo on card.